Okay, welcome to our session. My name is Skylar Ramirez. As we get comfortable down on the floor, let's bend our knees and maybe just allow your hands to come onto the belly or down low, below the belly button. Beginning to simply notice the movement of the body with your breath this morning as we inhale. Feeling the navel rise as the lungs inflate, just like a balloon filling with air. On every inhale, the lungs expand, and naturally we feel the navel rising. We might even feel a little bit of a spread or a stretch across the pelvis bones. If you're not feeling your breath down low in your body, simply be patient with the process as you shape the breath. Breathing low is considered one of the healthiest foundation breaths. So encourage that breath to begin low, then let that breath build through your ribs all the way up to the center of the chest and out over your shoulders. As we exhale, soften through the side ribs, soften through your low back. Try to relax your inner ears and your jaw as well. As we monitor the breath, let's shape it by creating an equal ratio rhythm. Exhale all the way, maybe even just sigh so that we're able to get out any stagnant air, any residual breath. We want that to move up and out, making space for a fresh, restorative inhale. Nice big sigh of relief. When you're ready, inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 3, 2, 1, pause. Keeping a small pause between each of those 3 count breaths. This is an opportunity for observation, noticing what's going on in the body between breaths. Ultimately, our body may tell us places that need to be protected today, places that may be tight. Maybe there's places we notice that are open and want to move a little more. Use this time to let go of parigraha, let go of any judgment, any expectation from your body, any expectation from the practice. Let go of competition with your body. It doesn't matter where we were yesterday or last week. All that matters is right now. Continuing to monitor the breath, let's practice maybe for just another minute, counting, inhaling 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 3, 2, 1, pause. The breath is slow and rhythmic. You could always count a little slower or even a little faster so that the counting reflects that natural rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. At some point, let's take our hands down beside us, simply trusting the body to breathe, to shape itself in a natural way. Adding in a little bit of rhythmic movement to this. On the next exhale, let's draw our right knee in towards the chest and we'll hold on behind the thigh, bringing the thigh in towards your belly for a little bit of a press in the abdomen. Let's roll out that right ankle. Point and flex the foot. Noticing any tenderness around your Achilles tendon, back of the ankle. Noticing any sensations on the side of the ankle or even through the foot. Encouraging some healthy blood flow in the foot and leg before we stand up and put weight on the joints. When you're ready, take that knee out to the side and maybe just allow that knee to pull down towards your armpit, opening up through the groin and the low back. Let's try one deep exhale here. When you're ready, bring that knee to center. Let's cup our right hand over that right knee. Place the left hand on top of the right. Relax that right foot so that we're able to create a pretty deep bend in that right knee without pressure. Use your hands to guide that single knee in a clockwise circle, beginning to promote circulation and mobility just in the right hip. At any point, if you notice that there's a lot of movement in your left hip, this is very common. We might want to take the left hand, push down onto the left pelvis and hip to anchor that energy. This way, the range of motion in the stretch is a little more isolated just on the right side of the body. Reverse that circle, opening up, waking up the energies on the right side. The right side is the solar side of the body. Pingala Nadi, Pingala. Let's circle it out just a little more. Let's come to a still point with that hip. Maybe right hand behind the knee or thigh. And just one more time, neutralizing the hips and pelvis. Try a sigh, exhale with ease. When you're ready, let that foot come down to the floor. Let's place the right hand on the hip, drawing the left knee in. Both hands behind the right thigh, bringing the thigh into the belly and abdomen for an abdominal press. Exhale with a sigh. Releasing through the low back and hips. Let's roll out that ankle. Option, close the eyes. All of our attention moves to the ankle, to the foot. There might be some sensations in the knee as well. As we circle through the ankle and stretch through the foot, we may begin to notice little pops. That's okay. That could just be air moving around the body. Relax the foot. Let's take our knee out to the side. Maybe even lift that foot up just a little bit more while we stretch that single left hip. Let's bring our knee to center, placing the left hand on top of the kneecap. Relax the foot. Right hand on top of the left knee. Let's take it in a counterclockwise direction, circling the knee out, maybe just 6 to 8 circles. Let's place the right hand on that right hip. It's natural to feel a little bit of rocking in the pelvis. We might want to press down just a little more into that right hip to ground that energy, maybe getting just a little more rewarding stretch in that left hip. Let's reverse that circle. Moving in our clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Just 6 to 8 of these circles, just enough to become aware of where there might be some tightness, where the body might want to have a little more time to stretch. Come to a still point, hug it in one more time, neutralizing that hip and pelvis. Let's place both feet down on the floor. Knees are at the width of the hips. Reaching our arms overhead, big stretch. Inhale. And now exhale the arms down. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift the pelvis. Squeeze the buttocks muscles coming into bridge. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms coming down, pressing the palms down to the floor outside the hips. Inhale, hips come up, glutes squeeze. Exhale, hips slowly come down. Now let's add in that rhythmic 3-part breath. Inhaling, arms overhead. 1, 2, 3, pause, arms lower down. 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale, lifting the hips. 1, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, lower. 3, 2, 1. Let's practice keeping that rhythm choreographed to the breath, adding in those very subtle, short pauses, opportunities for observation, opportunities to reset. Maybe a full set with your arms and a full set with the hips. On the ground, go ahead and let those knees sway gently left and right, only moving maybe halfway over into the twist. Twisting postures are very powerful all on their own. They help to wring out the spine and encourage healthy fluids to flow through the body. They can also help with flushing toxins. Allow yourself to roll over onto one side. Let's lie there just a breath or two, taking our time to transition in a safe way, eventually coming up into a seated position with our knees bent. I'm turning sideways in this seated bent knee position. That way you're able to see the movement of my hips, spine, and head for our seated cat and cow. Take the feet out maybe as wide as the hips or even wider if that is comfortable for your body. We could always grab a blanket or pillow to sit on. I'm on some foam mats today, and that makes it a lot more comfortable when I move for my hip and my sits bones. Let's bring our hands around the sides of our thighs, underneath the thighs, or a little bit just under your knee. From here, so that our belly and ribs can pull through the thighs. Looking forward, as we inhale, we're lifting our ribs, lifting the chin, and opening the throat. Breathe into the nose, a big exaggerated inhale. And now exhale, pull the belly back, tuck the tailbone under, round your shoulders, and drop the head of the neck. Seated cat. Inhale, coming forward. Inhale, lengthen. Open the throat, shoulders pressing down towards the hips. Exhale, pull the navel back, round the spine, and drop the chin to the chest. Try this with your 3 breath, adding in a pause. Coming forward nice and slow with your count of 1, 2, 3. And then exhale back. 3, 2, 1. Keeping that steady rhythm, knowing at any time you might need to count faster or you might count slower. So the count incorporates a lot of mind work. We continually monitor the movement of the breath, the sensations of fullness in the lungs. The more full we feel, the more we know that we're getting to the top of that breath. As we empty the lungs, the more we contract, that signals to the body to pause again. Let's try one more set. When you're ready, find neutral. Let's extend both legs out in front of us with the toes flexed. The feet are flat. We're pressing through our heels. And we can always bend the knees to protect our low back and spine. If you feel your spine rounding, bend the knees. This can help to create a more nice tall posture. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead, reaching towards the sky in our seated staff pose, extending arms towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bring your right hand across to your thigh. Circle that left arm behind you and place the left hand really close to your hip or all by your tailbone, left arm, or maybe straighten the arm and notice that it acts like a little prop or like a little second spine, lengthening up through the vertebral column, looking over your left shoulder in our seated, twisted staff pose. Open the palm of your right hand. You can press the knuckles into your leg and the leg into the knuckles, drawing the left shoulder back and the right shoulder forward, creating an even deeper twist. Inhale into the upper left lung. Maybe close the eyes and focus on moving the breath to the left lung. Think about moving the breath under the back right shoulder blade. One more easy breath in. And now exhale, come out of the twist. From neutral, let's circle the arms up and overhead, reaching in our tall seated staff pose. Exhale, swan dive. Take the hands on both thighs or walk them to your shins and slowly guide the chest over your thighs, seated forward fold. Paschimottanasana, which really translates from Sanskrit to bending the west. Usually in prayer or meditation in India, as we fold forward, you have the sun behind you, bending to the west. When you're ready, walk the hands in, stack the spine nice and tall, seated stack. Inhale, arms overhead, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, twisting to the right. Left hand goes to the right thigh. Right arm sweeps back, bringing the hand close to the right hip or just near your tailbone and sacrum. Let's ground through that hand, lean back, maybe bend the elbow a little bit, then straighten that arm to prop up the spine. Looking over our right shoulder, opening the left palm, pressing the hand into the leg and the leg into the hand, creating maybe just a little more range of motion. Inhale into the upper right lung. Breathe into the back of your left lung under the left shoulder blade. When it feels right for you, slowly unwinding the spine, bringing it around to neutral. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive, hands to the thighs, walking towards the shins. No pressure on the knees, past the knees to the shins as we fold forward. Maybe adding in a reach to hold onto our ankles, or even wrapping the fingers around our toes and feet in our Paschimottanasana. Let's let the head hang loose. Shake the head yes. And turn it left and right. Exhale from the throat with a big ha gesture. 2 more. Last one. Let's walk the hands in to safely establish a neutral spine. Turn your head left and right. Let's bring our hands down beside us for support, bending one knee at a time. Let the knees sway a little bit left and right. Notice which side feels more comfortable to twist into. Let those knees go to one side and then come around into all fours position. From all fours, let's touch the toes together. Take the knees out pretty wide, only as wide as your low back and hips can maintain some comfort. There might be a stretch, but we're avoiding any pain. Let's slowly begin to press the hips back towards the heels. Walk the hands out in front of the body, lowering the hips down towards the feet to establish a stretch in your thighs, in your low back, and also under the ankles. Walking the hands forward, this is stretching the chest and helping to strengthen the shoulders. Let's relax our head and neck. If your head is touching the floor, you can always roll your head left and right. Maybe feel just a little pressure above the brow bone. There are a lot of meridians here, a lot of chi, energy that flows above the brow. If you don't have your floor, you can always make fists with your hands and stack your fist. And then maybe just put the center of your head on the hands and do a little roll left and right, creating a little bit of pressure in the third eye. When you're ready, come to center. Let's slowly extend those arms out. Palms are down to support the body. Shifting forward, separating the feet. Let's bring the knees into hip split. This way we create a healthy foundation to transition. Step your left foot forward. Then tuck that back right foot. Let's step the right foot forward, finding a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Relax the head and the neck and keep the spine long. From here, let the hips sway left and right, working a stretch up the legs into your back and hips. Notice any shifting in the feet. Notice if any parts of the feet are tender. Now that we're standing, there's more weight and more pressure on the bones and muscles in your feet. So just take note as to those places that we might want to avoid and noticing what places could be our means of support today. Let's come to stillness. Draw the hands up to your shins or bring them up to your thighs. Bend the knees deep. Press your hips back like cow pose. Drop your belly towards your thighs, feeling for a spread through the hips and the buttocks. Lengthen your heart forward and open the throat, standing cow. On an exhale, round your tailbone under. Start to straighten the legs, straighten the arms, and drop your head, standing cat. Exhale from the throat. Inhale, bend the knees. Push the hips back, flat back. Let's walk the hands up and come up into standing. From standing, kick out your legs. Maybe shake off the arms a little bit. Whoops. With our arms nice and loose, shake off the feet as well. Let's take the feet out to the width of the pelvis bones to establish a strong mountain foundation. Let's open the palms of our hands. Bring the shoulders up. Circle them back, palms open. Inhale, shoulders forward, up and around. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Maybe close the eyes. Inhale, forward. Open the back of your body. Inhale into the back of the lung. Shoulders come up. Exhale, drop them down, chest open. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Little contraction in the belly. Inhale into the back of the lung. Raise the shoulders. And then exhale back. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale. From here, inhale, take the arms back, around and up. Stepping the left foot back, a casual stride, easy warrior 1. Let's bring the hands down to the heart. From here, inhale, open the hands. Pull the elbows in beside your waist. Maybe lift the chin and look up towards the sky. Breathe into the center of the heart. Exhale, relax. 1 more breath in. Exhale, hands to center, and let's step to center. Mountain pose. Inhale, circling the arms overhead. Exhaling, taking the right foot back, little bend in that left knee. Bringing our hands down to the heart, thumbs pressing into the chest. Inhale, open the hands. Pull the elbows back and in towards your hips and low back. Lift the chin, open the throat. 2 big breaths in the center of the chest. Exhale, 1 more. When you're ready, step it forward, palms together. Let's keep that sequence a few more times. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, left foot back, palms to the heart. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step it forward. Hands to the heart. Inhale, open, arms overhead. Exhale, right foot back, hands to the heart. Inhale, open up. Exhale, pull back and press it in. Inhale, heart lifting, chest expansion. Exhale, palms together, step at center. 1 more time on each side. Inhale, arms overhead, little pause. Exhale, left foot back. Center at the heart. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, elbows back, contraction. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step to mountain, palms at center. Inhale, overhead. Pause, right foot back, hands to center. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, mountain, palms to center. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain. From here, lifting the heels, reaching towards the sky as if you're holding on to a bowling ball, or maybe in the left hand and the right hand, you have a bunch of balloons and you feel as if you're being lifted towards the sky. Looking up to where the wall meets the ceiling, steady the gaze in front of you and slightly up. Squeeze the buttocks muscles, press forward, pull the heart up and out of the belly. When you're ready, drop those heels, swan diving, forward fold. Let's place the hands on our thighs and touch the feet together. Make a little bit of space between your heels while the hips press back. This may feel like neutral spine, or it could feel like a standing cat. Let's bring our right hand across to the left thigh or left hip. Take your left arm forward, circle it back, start twisting to the left. Then take your left knuckles to the low back. Let's secure that hand by the low back. while we reach across with the right hand. Inhaling, pulling that left shoulder back, pressing the right shoulder forward, twisting chair pose, Parivrtta Utkatasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming forward, both hands onto the thighs. Neutral spine, lower down, round the spine. Let the head and neck hang. Shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Bending our knees deep, walk the hands up to the thighs, lengthen through the heart, flat back. Arms go out to the side, airplane pose, low back strengthener. Keep lifting that heart up and over the knees in this airplane expression. You want your body to be like an airplane taking off the runway, not coming down for a landing. So continue to lengthen and push the hips back while you reach past your hips with your fingertips. When you're ready, flip those palms up, press into the feet, reverse swan dive. Inhaling up and overhead, reaching, holding on to bundles of helium balloons. Look up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Establish a single point that steadies your mind. With a steady mind, we have a steady body. Let's shift forward and lift the heels. Maybe pressing the hips forward, pull the ribs, pull the heart up and out of that waistline. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the heels, swan dive down, reset the whole back, relax your head and neck. Coming up halfway, hands to the thighs, bending the knees, toes are still touching, little space between the heels. Press the hips back. Bringing our left hand over to the right leg or up to your right hip. Circle that right arm back and around. Knuckles are going to come into the low back. Secure that hand and elbow behind you. Inhale, pull that right shoulder back, opening the chest. Pressing the left shoulder forward. Twisting chair. Parivrtta Utkatasana. One more big breath in. And now exhale, forward, relax. Walk the hands towards the floor, separate your feet. You're more than welcome to hang out here in Uttanasana. This is a posture used to cool off the kidneys and the adrenal glands. It's used to combat adrenal fatigue or even chronic fatigue syndrome, which even if we don't have a diagnosis, the heat can just create just such fatigue for our bodies. You can stay here or walk the hands forward a little bit and notice when your heels start to lift, coming into your body's expression of a down dog. Letting go of any rules as to how far apart your hands should be from your feet or how far apart your feet should be. Just notice where the body goes with it. Let the heels come up and bend the knees a little bit so that we get a little bit of rounding in the low back, creating again more of an open sensation in your kidneys and low back. Exhale from the throat, relieving any heat from the body. 2 more. When you're ready, slowly begin to walk the hands back towards the feet, having a heavy bend in the knees and hips. Let's slowly walk up. Stop at that halfway point just to keep your blood pressure happy. Then walk the hands all the way up and just pause for a moment. If you feel a little dizzy, if things go black for a second, that could be that the blood pressure needs a little more time to stabilize. So take your time coming in and up and out of those folds. Wherever you are, shake off your legs, shake off your hands and wrists. We're doing that down dog. There might have been some pressure in the hands. Let's take our time to get ready for our standing balancing posture today. flamingo pose. Roll the shoulders up, back, and around, palms forward, chest is broad and open like a proud bird. Step into your left or right foot. Just go to where you know you're going to have the most support, the optimal base of support. I'm stepping into my right foot because I'm noticing my body is just leaning that way today. Let's slowly lift the left leg, keeping the foot flat so that the movement in the knee is stabilized. We are truly only stretching the hip, no movement around the kneecap. Flattening that foot, we push back through our heel and continue to push your heart forward as you press that other foot back behind you. Inhaling into the center of the chest, big breath in. Exaggerate the broadening of the chest, the heart, and the collarbone with the inhale. One more. You can hold it here or turn your thumb down and bend that knee a little more to hold on to that foot. We might want to put our free hand on a wall or chair as a means of support. Coming into dancer's pose, Natarajasana. Option to hold it here with a hand, creating a little more support, or take that hand away from your support and reach up to the sky like you're holding on to a bunch of balloons. Breathe across the chest. Breathe from your open hip up to your shoulders. One more big inhale. And then exhale, soften the whole body and step both feet to the floor. Let's step onto both feet, maybe even do a little bit of walking in place, giving our bodies time to feel fully supported. When you're ready, shift into your other foot for flamingo. Inhale, roll those shoulders back and around, palms open, heart forward, big inhale, lifting the other leg, foot is flat, pushing back through our heel. Keep the standing leg soft, little bend in the knee, encouraging healthy blood flow. Keep that back foot really flat, pushing through your heel, curling the toes up, stable knee energy, open hip energy. Squeeze the buttocks, support the low back. Inhale forward, option to turn that thumb down and reach for that lifted leg. Using our free hand for support or extending that free hand out. Inhale across the chest, heart moves forward. Inhale from that open hip up to the shoulders. One more big breath. Exhale. When your body is ready, find something to support the body, then slowly come out. And again, step onto both feet for support. Kick out the ankles, roll out the wrist, move your head around. This is a good time to grab a sip of water as we transition down onto the floor for a few seated postures. To safely come down, we hinge from our hips, forward folding. Taking one foot back, we lower both of our knees, other foot back, swing the feet around, and then just gently sit down on the floor. Let's open both knees and touch our feet together for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, starting with the hands on the feet or resting outside your knees. Once we have the hands in a comfortable place, inhale to lift through your heart and collarbones. Then exhale, lead the heart and ribs up and over your body. So moving straight forward for as long as possible. At some point, your body is going to start to curl in. So follow that natural tendency to round in the upper back here, relaxing the head and neck. Bring awareness to the breath in the lowest part of your back. Maybe even receive the breath into your hips through the tailbone and pelvis region. Pull the breath up the sides of your spine, under the shoulder blades, and across the armpits. Establish that steady rhythm of a 3-count breath with a pause. Initiate that with a big exhale, a big sigh. And now inhale through the low back. 1, 2, 3 at the shoulders. Exhale, relax the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, relax the low back. Inhaling, low back, ribs, shoulders. Exhale, relax, shoulders, ribs, low back. One more. To safely come out of this, you don't have to come out of it. If it feels really good, you can stay as long as you want. If we're curious about where this could go, let's slowly come up to come out. We're stacking from the low back to the middle back. Last of all, lifting the neck and the head. Let's extend just our left leg out, a little bit at a diagonal. If this creates pain or tension in your kneecap, bend that knee out to the side, and your toe can be up or down. Another option that I really like is to roll up a blanket or put a pillow under the knee joint. This is going to ensure that we have some healthy blood circulating and we're not compressing that joint. From wherever you are, if that leg is straight, keep that foot flat. Push through the heel, pull the toes back. That stabilizes the kneecap. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On the exhale, turn your navel towards that extended leg. Now, we may not line up all the way with the leg, but the leg serves as a visual guide in that rotation, twisting towards the leg. When you're ready, bring the hands down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Then walk the hands towards the foot, lengthening your ribs over the leg, the heart over the knee. Just like butterfly, at some point, your spine will tell you to soften. So when that happens, lean into it, relax your head, and soften the body. You may want to take your right hand and touch it onto your right hip or low back. Push down a little bit on that right hip. If there's any tightness across the body here or low on that left hip to waist, it'll pull that hip up. So we're just going to assist that stretch by pushing down on our own hip. In a in-person class, sometimes teachers will come by and press down on your right thigh or push down on your low back, but you can do this for your own body. You can create that comfort for yourself. Exhale from the throat. One more. Wringing out the toxins while we promote that cooling water element. When you're ready, hands to the floor. Slowly walk them in. Neutral spine, nice and slow. Bring it to center. Bend the left knee. Extend the right leg out. Let's open that left knee with that right leg angled out to the side. Inhaling the arms overhead, nice and easy with those elbows, swiveling at the waist, twisting towards the extended leg. Prop up that knee or bend that knee if there's any pain at all. Exhale, palms come down to the floor. Lengthen through the heart, the ribs, open the throat. Slowly guide the body and extend over that leg. Take the left hand onto the left hip or on your low back and press down. Exhale, relax. Breathe into that low back, middle back, upper back. Big sighs of relief on the exhale. To safely come out, both hands to the floor. And then slowly stack the spine. Let's bend both knees. From a tall seated position with the knees bent, lower down onto your side and take your time to lie down on your back again for some final stretching and relaxation. Lying down on our backs, getting comfortable, bring both knees into your chest and rock a little bit left and right. This is known as Apanasana. Apana energy. Apana energy is energy that helps to flush toxins out of the body. This energy regulates bladder, bowel, reproductive energies. If there are any other stretches your body is craving, go ahead and continue to refine the practice to meet your body's needs. When your body is ready for stillness, get into that comfortable place, maybe put on some socks or get some nice aromatherapy going, turn on your diffuser. You're welcome to even put on some soothing music. No one else can hear it. No one can see you. So get comfortable. You could crawl in bed right now if you wanted to. Let's bring awareness just to the hips and the pelvis. For the next few exhales, allow the body to become very heavy in the hips and the low back. Grounding through the energies of chakras 1 and 2, earth and water energies. These energies are represented by colors red and orange. So maybe bring to mind the colors bright red, juicy orange, or sense the presence of red and orange light around you. These energies promote safety, security, and creativity. Now notice the breath in your belly and sense a warmth when you inhale. As we breathe in, our body is naturally going to warm up the air, readying it to be used. Feeling a warm, maybe even almost like a warm honey or a warm maple syrup energy in the belly. This energy is warm and gooey, like molten lava, but a little sweeter. This energy is responsible for maintaining a courageous spirit, also maintaining ambition and perseverance. What fire may you have to walk through today to get things done? There may be some challenges along the way. You just take a deep breath and let it go. Bring awareness up to the center of your chest, noticing a sensation of openness on every inhale. Very light, very airy through the shoulders up to your throat. This energy is opposite the energy of the hips. Heavy in the hips, light and open in your chest. The color here is green, emerald green, and turquoise blue. Sensing the presence of cool energy surrounding us, complementing that warm, fiery gut energy. These energies promote love, compassion, grace, patience, healthy communication, understanding. Bring awareness up into the mind space. As you inhale, breathe in white light, and exhale white light. This white light represents healing elements, healing energies from the earth, from the universe. Immersed in the life force, inhaling white light, exhaling white light, perhaps simply affirming here, I have the power to heal in me and all around me. And that power to heal for any of us who have a religious or spiritual practice can go by many different names. I have the power to heal in me and all around me. Taking comfort in this healing power's support. Allow the mind and the body to relax. Let the breath become shallow, a reflection of a soft mind and body. From wherever you are, you may want to just stay here a little longer if there's nothing on your appointment book. Just allow your body to embrace a little more stillness here. You'll know when it's time to move. For those of us that maybe have some appointments that are waiting for us and you worked this practice in today just in time, we are nearing the end of a 1 hour practice. So if you know that you want to come up so that you can start to ready yourself for the rest of your day, take your time to increase the effort with your inhale. Pull the breath in, let it go. We allow those mindful breaths to stir the energy channels in the body. Take your sweet time to bend your knees, let the knees sway, roll to one side, then come up to seated. From wherever you are, you can bring your hands at the heart or over your chest in closing today. Let's join in with a unifying breath through your nose and exhale from your throat. From here, we can close together. Namaste, everyone. Go enjoy your beautiful day. Peace with you all.